everyone's having a good day. Let me see if I can fix this in a little bit. All right, before we start, I had a lot of you say, man, I want one of those Obama sucks hats. Well, there's a link below. Get you one. We have Obama sucks, Kamala sucks, Biden sucks, and Hillary sucks. So get you one of those. Before we start here, I just want to say I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible and kind of clear up as much information as we can really in this video. I know Trump just made a address to the nation. I think it was on the White House page, and it was a little confusing to say the least, but I'm going to kind of try to decode it. I don't think it's as simple as some people think it is, and I am going to do a very extensive video on it tomorrow. But let's talk about Simon Parkes, because this guy blew up out of nowhere. He had about, I think, 10,000 people on his YouTube channel. And then literally within a few days, he got over to like over 600,000 people on there. And mainly it's because of the stuff that he is talking about. It's the stuff that he has basically, I don't want to say promised, but it's almost been to that extent. So I want to go over a few key points here that I've written down, because as most of you, I have been following him. I've been listening to his videos. And for a while there, I was super hopeful about all of it, because he's just got a way of talking that, you know, kind of convinces you. Then I did some research, and there's some weird stuff. There's some weird stuff about him. So I'm going to talk for a few minutes, then I'll get to the questions. I want to say thank you in advance for any of the super chats that come through, and I'll for sure get to those questions. But I'm going to give you a little background on this guy. So he said that his mother was a part of MI5, and that he's had family that was part of intelligence agencies. So seems legit at first. And then he talks about that he was the only civilian to be invited to a space radar base in New Yorkshire, I believe. And he was given a commemorative medal or coin there. So that stuff's pretty solid. And I'm pretty sure all that can be backed up by facts. So that stuff's pretty solid. Now, he is a huge member of the QAnon movement. I am not super familiar with that movement. I know it's a lot of conspiracy, but I kind of don't want to focus on that stuff. I want to go into what he's actually said. And one of the things I want to talk about, and this is pretty obvious in the intelligence community if you understand human emotion and psychology, is if you watched his videos around January 9th to 12th, he speaks very matter of fact. So one of the things that he spoke about is he straight up said Trump has signed the Insurrection Act. Straight up said it. And so the problem with that is that for a president, I believe this is true in the Constitution, for a president to sign an Insurrection Act, he has to let the public know first. And that never happened. So now if you go back to his videos and you look at the one that he posted today or the one that he posted yesterday, he's starting to backtrack a little bit. He's starting to say, well, I hope, and maybe this will happen, and it's our hope that this happens. And really what this may just be his fault in terms of not being extremely versed in what we do in terms of talking on the internet. But really what that's done is it's given a lot of people false hope. And if you're a person who naturally falls into conspiracies, and a lot of us can get to that point because we're hopeful. We want Trump to do something. We need him to do something. So anything that comes out about him doing something, we're like, all right. But it may not be true. It may just be a dude who's talking about stuff, who says he has contacts on the inside, and maybe he doesn't. So he's also talked about the president of Italy being arrested for taking part in all of this crap. He's talked about the Pope being arrested. And basically he's said that he has somebody on the inside who's a part of Q, or QAnon, however you say it, that is giving him information directly from Donald Trump's team. Now, I personally find that very hard to believe, because just knowing a lot about the intelligence community, if somebody is giving him information from Donald Trump, most likely it would already be out there. It doesn't, if you think about it logically, it doesn't really make sense that their whole team has a plan and they've got this big old plan behind everything that's happening. And then they just have this one person who's like, you know what? I feel like I just need to tell some guy about this and have him put videos on the internet about it. So I'm going to go ahead and send him emails or do whatever and have him tell the country what's going on instead of Donald Trump or anybody with a ton of credibility. Now, like I said, the stuff that he's saying might be true. There is no evidence to back up either way. He talks about it in a lot of his videos about basically people are getting pissed. And honestly, a lot of it is his fault. And I'm not calling him out or anything. I think what he's doing is a good thing. I think the way he's going about it is wrong. Because he, like I said, he's talking very matter of fact, or at least he did. And when you do that, a lot of people are going to be like, okay, this is what's happening. We gotta prepare. We gotta do all this stuff. I mean, there are people in his comments section that are saying, dude, I just bought $700 worth of food this week because you told me that we're going to have a huge power outage and all this stuff. So here's what it comes down to. And one of the reasons why I'm talking about this guy is because I want to make sure that everybody on here has the same correct expectation of what's going to happen. And the truth is don't have an expectation. Continue to live your life. Continue as if the world plans to spin on. And we are going to get through whatever happens. But what we can't do, excuse me, I'm spitting all over the place, getting excited here. What we can't do is put all of our chips in one basket, especially when it's something that you cannot back up. Like I said, you can be hopeful. I'm all about being hopeful. I'm all about praying. I'm all about believing and being positive. But at the same time, when somebody is talking about something as if they are facts, especially with having that many people watching, it's a problem. It's a problem. So please manage your expectations. When you watch this stuff, when you watch these, some people say he's a conspiracy theorist. Some people say he's, on the inside, like I just talked about. The part where he kind of lost me is he's been on video where he said that his mother was a green alien. And he talks about green aliens and he talks about demonic possession and stuff like that. That's kind of where you lose me. I sure, yeah. I mean, there may be aliens out there. There may be people who are possessed, but when you're talking to a group of conservative people, and this is what I wish, if Simon were watching this right now, this is what I would tell him. When you're talking to a group of conservative people, that stuff just puts us in the corner, and we're just like, okay, man, like, let's focus on like what's actually going on here. Like, let's not bring aliens into this, okay? So, anyways, let's manage our expectations, people. Let's take everything with a grain of salt, and let's get into some questions here, because I have a feeling there's a lot about what Trump said today. Oh, that's actually one thing I wanted to cover. It was pretty confusing. Like I said, I'm gonna go a lot more deeper into it in tomorrow's video about it. But the one thing that he said is the best is yet to come. Now, he didn't concede, as far as I know. I didn't watch the entire video. I went through some of it just because I was preparing for this. But he did say the best is yet to come. And that can be interpreted in several different ways. That may have something to do with what Simon Parks has been talking about in terms of there being some sort of operation going on, or it may be meaning him running for president in 2024. We don't know. But like I said, he's not saying that he conceded, and he's not saying that he's given up or any of that. So let's get into some questions. I'm curious to see what y'all are saying about all this. Okay, let's see. What's up, South Carolina Patriot? Okay. I'm doing great, everyone. Thank you for asking. My eye is healing. Me and my garage door. Gave it a few elbows. I'm good, thank you. Let's see. Can't say your name on here, but thank you for the super chat. Dan, can you voice your opinion on California and how we need to step it up here? Oh man, I don't even know how to answer that. Stop having so many like snowflake liberals there. Like, have them all move to an island somewhere and start Cala liberal town. That's the best I got. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Thanks, Sid. Cross the pond. Yeah, you should see the other guy. It's my garage door. Got hurt a lot more than me. Okay, Zunar, thank you. Thoughts on the military in DC? What are we up to now? 40K. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that Simon was saying was that there's basically going to be a fake inauguration filmed because Biden is not going to show up to the real one. To me, that's excessive. 40,000 people is excessive. I'm not really sure how many troops we have overseas, but it's close to that right now. I think there was some graph that showed it, but we've got I know it's under 100,000. So 40,000 in one city, just off of the riot or the protest or whatever you want to call in DC that happened. It's excessive, and it makes me think that there is something that may happen in terms of there being a hidden agenda with Trump, but they just may be super cautious. But it's kind of ridiculous. If you look at the past inaugurations, I think Trump had 5,000, Obama had 10,000, National Guard members at their inauguration. So this is it's kind of ridiculous. But thanks, David. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Dr. Krypton. Amen to that. Thank you. Paul, I think regardless of what happens, Trump or Biden, all hell is going to break loose tomorrow. Well, let's talk about that for a second. I want y'all to get in the comments about that. What do people mean? Because obviously I have my own opinion about what's going to happen over the next, day, week, month. I want to know what people are thinking in terms of the term all hell is breaking loose. Because I just want to see where people are at with it. Thanks, Adrian. So good old boy, number 676. This is a pretty cool thing. So at my event, had a lot of people show up, and man, it was amazing. I had so many solid people, so many solid conversations. It's like they weren't even strangers to me. It's like we were all family out there. But I had one guy who showed up the day before, came into the shop, and he was a part of the Canadian Armed Forces. And he confirmed to me that China is up there. He said they've been training up there, and he didn't go into like superb detail because I don't think he knew. But to me, that's really kind of odd. It's odd, and it seems like maybe they may come down to do something. I'm not sure, but shout out to my buddy from Canada if you're watching this. Thanks, Tim. All right, let me get to more of these super chats here. Thanks, Jackie. I think they're going to use Biden as a sacrificial lamb to take the rest of our rights away so the Dems can run everything. I mean, I don't think Biden is I don't think he's going to be a sacrificial lamb per se. I think he's just going to kind of conk out. I mean, when you watch his speeches, I talked about this on the last one. It's like sometimes he's there and sometimes he is just in outer space. And so, I don't know. Luke, Biden is not my president. Screw the cube. Never forget how we are being treated. Yeah. TMZ reporting that Bayard hired his own private security team with taxpayer money. I don't know. I don't know if he can do that currently. I mean, if he becomes president, I mean, obviously he's entitled to security with the Secret Service, but Timothy, I won't be out looking for a fight. However, I will defend my rights if need be. Thank you. Yes. That's what it's about. Protecting your homestead, protecting your family, protecting the people that mean a lot to you, and then protecting like-minded individuals. Like I said at the event, I'd be there for any one of those individuals that was there, and really any of y'all, because at the end of the day, we're all like-minded and we have to stick together. I mean, that's what this is about. That's what it's going to come down to if Biden gets in there, because it's going to be crazy. Zachary, what did I agree that Texas should secede? Yeah. I mean, if Biden gets in there, yeah. Tim, you and Black Scout Survival are the best, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Grumpy old recluse. God bless the independent Republic of Texas. Okay, Serious Survivor. What do you think about Iran claiming they are producing almost a pound of enriched uranium a day? I know we had some sort of deal or law or something signed with them to where they couldn't, but that's what they were talking about when they were talking about getting back at Trump for bombing Soleimani, is they were talking about waiting for Biden to get in there to where they would renegotiate a deal. And at this point, I don't know what Biden would do. If he didn't take his meds that day, he may be like, oh, y'all want some nukes? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. So I hope they're not, because Iran wants Trump, and they literally have said they will get revenge on America. So if they are doing it, whoever's president better stop them. And I'm hoping that's Trump. Yeah. I think one of the things that's given America so much respect is Trump. I know a lot of people think that he's a loudmouth and that he sometimes says things that seem just kind of shooting off the cuff. But I can tell you that if I'm a country who doesn't really have the values that America does, at least right now while Trump is president, I'm sure they're shaking in their boots, and they have been. And that's why I think America has had so much respect. But once Biden gets in there, I mean, we're gonna be looked at like we're no one. Because Biden, I mean, he can't even halfway have a conversation. He's got a teleprompter up there with everything, and he can barely read off of it. Thanks, Ryan. You should do a live stream with Salty Cracker. I am not sure who that is. I'm going to have to look him up. Big Who 144 American. That happens to be Latino. A lot of us see what's going on. Patriots see no color lines. That's right. As long as you're a patriot and you believe in America, the true America, not this Biden crap where he's like, oh, we have to unify and I'm going to be everybody's president. Get out of here, man. Tanner, if Biden gets in, I may have to rethink my plan to do my 20 in the Navy and pack my family up and move to Texas. Yeah, it's funny. So I've told y'all that I was never in the military. And I did the, I think it's called the ASVAB and all that when I was 18, and I decided to rodeo instead. But lately I've had a lot of people say, man, you should join. And I was considering it there for a second before the election happened. I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do Army and just, put in some time. But now it's like, oh, dude, Biden. If Biden's in there, it's going to be the worst. It's going to be the worst time for anyone to serve. It is. And I honestly feel kind of bad for people who went in the past year thinking that Trump was going to be president still. And I'm hoping to God that he is. Thanks, Earl. USN vet, Iran has been rattling the saber towards America for the past 4 years. They would have done something by now with or without president. I don't know. I mean, I know that Soleimani was assassinated last year or 2 years ago. I forget what it said. But I think a lot of time and planning goes into revenge, especially on a country. So I wouldn't just flat out say they're like just threatening us and that's it. I think they're probably constantly trying to plan something. Thanks, Tracy. FBI vetting our troops is disgraceful. Dangerous territory to turn troops against the American patriot people. Yeah. So one of the things that Simon Parks talked about that I personally agree with, one of the things that I do agree with him, because it wasn't a total conspiracy, is he was talking about Tucker Carlson. Oh man, Tucker, come on, man. Tucker Carlson was on the other night or something, and he talked about the military being loyal to Democrats and law enforcement being loyal to Democrats. Okay, let's hang on for a minute here. You're talking about the people who have slandered, who have completely given military and law enforcement a terrible name. I mean, if there's something that I'm missing, that's fine. But as far as I know, everybody's taking orders from somebody, right? So you've got Trump, then you've got his people who give out commands, and then you've got local law enforcement, and you've got military. So it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, obviously everybody has their own thought process, but everybody's taking a command from somebody. Just didn't make any sense to me. Tim, have you and Black Scout Survival done anything together on here? No, but I'm planning a trip out there to go out, and we're gonna probably do some lives together and do some videos together, because he is a good buddy of mine. We're just extremely both very busy, and obviously we both have people that we care about at home, and with everything going the way that it is right now, we are just kind of waiting to see what happens. So all right, let me get to some more of these super chats. Y'all keep asking about the hats. Yes, you can get these. There's a link below. Kamala sucks. Biden sucks. Well, what else was it? Hillary sucks. And Obama sucks, obviously. And it's in better writing, too. This is just kind of a prototype that I made. All right, let's get some more questions, guys. Here's one thing that I will say to everybody, and this goes along with Simon Parks, and then I think there's a pastor, McKinney. These people who are super deep into this, like I said, I hate using the word conspiracy, because I think there's a difference between a conspiracy theory and then somebody who analyzes conspiracy. But like I said before, please just manage your expectations, because the worst thing that you can do is, like I said, put all your eggs in one basket and say, okay, well, this Pastor McKinney told me to go out and spend $200 to get meds for the next 6 months because we're having a martial law and all this other stuff. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know whose contact is on the inside, but like I said before, if this is real, if this stuff is real, somebody with some real credibility, somebody with some actual creds is going to be talking about it. Thanks, Earl. Retro reviews, mass respect from Ohio. Love your videos. How epic will it be tomorrow instead of being inaugurated if he's arrested? Yeah. Yeah, that would make 2020 be okay. Like, I would be okay with 2020 if that happened. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, it sucked, but we got it done. But like I said, I am hopeful for something to happen, but at the same time, I'm realistic. And I think all of you should be too. All right, let's see. Yeah, all y'all are like, 2020 would be worth it. Yeah, it would be if that happened. I love all the haters in here. That's not gonna happen, man. It may not, but it might. I don't know how people block or like stop people from messaging in here. I would have a field day trying to get all the bad ones out. It's okay, guys. You haters. You don't bug me. You make this fun. All right, guys, let's get some more questions in here. Let's see. DC Christopher, what do you think will be the turning point for Patriots to go from holding fast to standing up? I think we need to observe what happens over the next 2 days. I think we need to observe and really see what the events hold. Because right now I don't know how to answer that. I really don't. And any answer that I would give may be wrong because, like one person said, he may get arrested. Some of you think that's far-fetched. Some of you think that's a huge possibility. For me, I'm the type of person that says, here are the two options. One of them can happen, but we need to see what happens. We just need to see and then react. That's kind of always been the way that I've been taught. Okay, Angry Knuckles, good name. Dems want to take Trump's Secret Service away. Do you think they hate him enough to take his life? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Simon Parks, once again, this video or live is about him, so we're going to bring him into this. But yeah, he's talked about there being attempts on Trump's life. Here's here's one of the, sorry, I just saw a super funny comment. That distracted me. Here's one of the things that really didn't make sense to me. They were trying to impeach Trump a week before his term has ended. Why? You can't wait a week? Like, can you not wait a week? I don't understand. I don't understand that. And what Simon was saying about it was the only reason why they were trying to do that is because Trump does have a plan. That you can sell me on. Because in reality, what's a week gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I think they're honestly scared of something. And yeah. Let's see. All right, y'all, let's keep going here. Oh, he can't run if he's impeached twice. I forgot about that. Well, still though, it's a week. It's a week away, and they want to create this big thing. Maybe Pelosi was upset about her laptop being stolen. Thanks, Anne Marie. How long do you think it will take people to stop wearing those damn masks? I have a funny story about this. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm in Walmart. I don't know if I shared this yet. I think I shared it with somebody at my event. I'm in Walmart and I'm looking at boxers, okay? Like, I'm by myself in the aisle looking at boxers. And this woman with her guy walks up to me, and I have my mask down around my neck because I don't wear it. If a store manager comes up to me and is like, dude, you need to put your mask on or leave, I'll finish my business and then take it off again. So this woman, I'm minding my own business, literally looking at boxers, okay? She walks up to me with her guy, and she goes, sir, can you put your mask on? It's making me uncomfortable. And at first I was like, okay, it's gotta be an employee of Walmart. So I look around and I almost said, yeah. And I look around and it's this chick with a rainbow mask on. No problem with that. Y'all do your thing if that's what you want to wear. But she's like, it's making me super uncomfortable. And I said, well, then walk away. What do you mean? And she goes, well, my safety is just really important. And I would really appreciate it if you put your mask on. And so I just straight up said to her, I said, I would really appreciate it if you just walked away from me. There's no reason you have to be near me. There's no reason, we don't have to hug. We don't have to be 6 feet together. So to answer, that was a long answer to your question, Anne Marie. But, oh God, I cannot stand that. Mind your own business. I'm sitting there looking at boxers. Jesus. Anyways, Anne Marie, sorry, went on a tangent there. I don't know when this mask thing is going to be done with. I know it's been proven or somewhat proven that masks don't do anything. I mean, think about it. We're touching crap in Walmart, and then we go to adjust our mask, and we're touching our face, we're touching our ears, maybe we got some earwax and we're fingering our ear hole. Who knows? I mean, who knows how many more germs we're getting from this crap from having a thing that we have to consistently adjust on our face. So I'm hoping it's soon, but I really don't go out in public a whole lot anyways. So, I mean, it is what it is. Theodore, I'm going to the law enforcement academy soon and will be hired very soon. Do you think Joe Biden will affect my police career? For the record, I will never enforce unconstitutional laws. Well, that's kind of a catch-22 there, buddy, because if your commander or your chief tells you to do something and you don't obey that, they're just going to fire you. So if you truly are saying that, just be ready for that. But yeah, I think it's not only going to affect your career, I think it's going to affect everyone's career with the taxes and all the other stuff that's going to go down. So, yeah, I just had a buddy who was sworn in a few weeks ago in the Lockhart Police Department in Texas. Went out, took him out, we got drunk and celebrated it. But he's a very good guy too, but he kind of said the same thing. He's like, dude, I'm never going to be that cop who's unconstitutional, all that stuff. And it's like, well, dude, like if somebody higher up's telling you to do something, you got a choice to do it or rip your badge off. That's about it. So none of your business. Optics are everything. Trust the plan, pray for the best, prepare for the worst, and God bless you and yours, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Enigma rocker. I can't read that, man. But dude, that's a great. That's hilarious, man. Let's see. Angry Knuckles. Do you think if Biden gets in there will be another shutdown? And also, is your thought on being made to take the COVID death shot? I am not taking the shot. Nobody is making me take the shot. If that means that they have to put me in a box in the desert, I will sit in a box in the desert if they can find me. But I am not taking the shot. I'm not. Secondly, if Biden gets in there, yes, I think 100% there will be another lockdown. Because in reality, if you look at the left's plan, it all started with COVID, then it started with mail-in ballots, then it just continued on with these riots and all this other stuff. And then when the thing happened in DC, they're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing in the world. And it's like, dude, you've got reporters during like Black Lives Matter riots with a fire behind them, and they're saying, well, they're mostly peaceful. Man, why don't you go hop in the fire and tell me if that's mostly peaceful? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I think they're gonna do it mainly because I feel like they think if Biden gets in there, there's gonna be an uprising. And so to control that, or to try to control that, they're gonna make another lockdown and blame COVID. So yes, I think 100%, I can't say 100%, I'll say I'm 95% sure there is going to be something. DC Christopher, I want to state that personally, no child sniffer will ever be my president. Why has a child trafficking subject been swept under the rug? Yeah, I know we're having fun during this one, but that's honestly a very serious topic. And it saddens me because it's never talked about in the media. It's rarely discussed on any platforms, and it's real. It is real. And so I know Trump was trying to combat that for a very long time. And I think that was one of his main goals in 2021 is to do that. And I'm really hoping to God that, like I said, he has a plan to where he's still in there. Shot equals control. Tim, again, don't do it. I still say lol. 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 Yeah, it's control. They want to control us. But at the end of the day, it's our body. It's unconstitutional for you to tell me something, for you to tell me that I have to put something in my body or shoot something into my body. So good luck with that. Johnny, I'm looking forward to the end of the QAnon leftist run PSYOP. I don't know how to say that name. He used the same tactic in Russia. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. All right, y'all, let's get to a few more questions. I'll get to some more super chats, and then we'll go from there. Jason, thank you. Oh, that's a good one. Nathan Guy, that is a good abbreviation. Everyone, the hats you can get below. There's a link below. Thanks, Tim. All right, y'all, couple more questions here. Okay, let's see. Angry Knuckles, the wife work told her today either she gets a shot or she is fired. I told her I don't think they can do that, but I'm not 100%. Here's what I've heard about companies who are doing this. They can't make you take the shot, but what a lot of them will try to do is they'll try to get you to sign something that will say that you will basically comply with their health standards. A lot of the hospitals and urgent cares, doctor's office, dentists, stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a lawyer, but I can say that depending on what she does, if she does something that's pretty common, I would say try to find a place that doesn't require it, because I know people are dying from getting the shot. All right, y'all. What will happen if Antifa starts violence and blames it on us? What should we do to stick together? Good question. I've talked about this before, about them creating these fake patriot rallies where they put a poster up and they say, oh, we're not going to take this and all this stuff. And I've kind of talked about how to combat this. So talk to people in your city. ask around who started it, especially if it's a smaller town. You can get that information pretty easily. I mean, usually when these protests start, somebody starts it, somebody puts it out there. So if it's not confirmed, that a patriot or a conservative started it, don't go to it. Like, don't go to it. Like, stop Antifa in their tracks. That's how we stop them. We don't let them use PSYOPs against us. We use it against them. They're trying to mess with our heads. Where do we draw the line? When law becomes tyranny, it becomes that much harder to make things right. Like I said, we've got to see what happens over the next 2 days because Trump may still be in there. Thanks, Tim. All right, y'all, a couple more super chats, and then I'm going to leave you to your, what day is it? Whichever day it is. Tuesday. Took me a second. Yeah, I have a feeling that if your company says that you have to take a shot and you get sick afterwards, I'm pretty sure you can sue the hell out of them, especially if you don't want to, because you can make the case. I'm sure there's going to be, lawyers are going to have a field day with this stuff in terms of personal injury cases, because I have a feeling a lot of these people are going to have no choice because what they do is special and they don't want to lose their job. So they get the shot, then they get sick, or a family member dies, or whatever it is. There's going to be a whole lot of wrongful death cases. There's going to be all of that. So I think it's extremely dumb for companies to make them do that, but it is what it is. Okay. AR-15 or AK-47? AR-15. Yeah. Especially for hog hunting. Thanks, Tim. Steven from Australia, it's really sad to see such a superpower as yourself so divided. I wish y'all the best. See, thanks, Steven, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a perfect example of somebody outside of the country looking in and saying, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. And especially if Biden gets in there, we're going to lose so much respect from places like Australia or Europe or wherever else. All right, y'all. One more question. Best all-around caliber for hog hunting. Oh, it's tough. I'd say probably a 308. Thanks, Danger. Sometimes for there to be peace, there may be a war. Yeah, that's why so many wars have been started. Okay, that wasn't a question. One more. Come on, y'all, let's see it. A 50 BMG to hog hunt? You're going to be cleaning up his guts all over the place. Doesn't make any sense. What would you say to Biden? Great question. Hey, Joe Biden. Pop an Adderall, do whatever you do so you're aware of what's going on here. My name's Dan. I also go by Heavy Duty Country or Chief of the Rednecks or the guy who wears the Obama sucks hat and soon to be the Biden sucks hat. I don't think you understand what you're doing, and that's not your fault, okay? That may be from a long long time of drinking a ton of alcohol or hanging out with your son Hunter with what he does. But you still have time to stop all of this. You still have time to come out and be honest about your son, about your dealings with all this other crap overseas. And you have time to do the right thing. But then again, those are all American values. Those are all values that we are taught as Americans from a very young age. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't seem like you have those. So, anyways, whatever you're doing right now, I'm sure somebody's feeding you pudding or clipping your toenails for you, but yeah. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for coming on here. Like I've said before, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all of you being so loyal. And one thing I wanted to end with, I have another channel. It's called Tactics and Intel with Heavy Duty Country. I just posted a hog hunt that I just did on there, and it is the craziest hog hunt I've ever been on. Y'all head over there and watch it. Like I said, y'all can get one of your Obama sucks hats, your Biden sucks hats, your Kamala sucks hat, and your Hillary sucks hat in the link below. Thanks, James. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to post a video tomorrow about Trump's message today, and we'll go from there.